So we pick up the story about 3 weeks after the engine goes bang. As I said in the last video, I get the engine replaced with a brand new refurbished 0 kilometre engine for the grand total of about 10 grand. We're just about to enter Vancouver proper, the city. Off to the left there you can see Rogers Arena, which is where the Vancouver Canucks play, the ice hockey team. Haven't gone to see a game, but from what I understand they're not that successful in a way, so never mind. But yeah, so I've spent the last week and a bit running the new engine in around town. So what they recommended was a lot of stop-start sort of stuff, stop-start traffic. So I did that for the first 500 kilometres, dropped the oil, and then they said go for a little bit of a longer drive. So that's exactly what this one is. I've decided to go up the Sea to Sky Highway up towards Whistler, and then do a big loop around, heading back to Vancouver, where I'll then drop the oil again after another 1,000 kilometres. So that's the plan. But you know what they say about best laid plans. We'll get there. But yeah, in the meantime, enjoy the scenery. It's a beautiful highway, this one. I've done it a couple of times now. But yeah, it really is spectacular. We're about to go over the Lionsgate Bridge, which is takes us out of Vancouver and onto the highway. But yeah, enjoy the trip while it lasts. I'll be back to tell you what happened further along. So this is Squamish, the first town up the highway out of Vancouver. It's well known to be a bit of an adventure hotspot. Lots of rock climbing, lots of hiking, adventure sports, whitewater rafting, all that sort of jazz. It's a good fun place full of very active people. So I don't really belong, but it's got a good vibe about it, good energy. And here we are in the resort town of Whistler. Very idyllic ski town, as you would expect. Also, as you'd expect, full of Australians. We're bloody everywhere. It's a bit of a joke up here that every other person up here is Australian. So, not stopping today. Resort towns. Ski towns are my vibe. Resort towns are not so much my vibe. So we're continuing on to the next town up, which is called Pemberton. And here we are rolling through Pemberton. This is another place where I'll get to know very well over the next couple of days. As you'll see, a little bit further up the road, just after going through some switchbacks, the van dies on me once again, but this time completely dies. No start. So long story short, a wonky coil, not related to the engine failure, and nothing to do with the new engine guys, but a wonky coil basically caused the engine it caused a fuse to go, which also controls the PCM, which is the power control module in the van. So when that fuse went, the computer shut down the engine and wouldn't refire it. So basically ground to a stop immediately. As you say, it happened very quickly, and you wouldn't believe the first person that comes along. So yeah, this is me dying all of a sudden, and who mere seconds later, as I pop the bonnet, policeman comes, local tribal policeman. You know, I'm pretty firmly A cab, but this guy was nice enough to stay with me, considering I was in a pretty dodgy spot. So he kept his lights on, called me a tow. The tow truck driver, of course, got lost, so we ended up spending a good 3 hours together chatting. But yeah, basically get towed back into Pemberton, spend the next week on and off getting the van diagnosed, and ended up having to get it towed all the way back down to the engine shop down in Vancouver, who were then able to solve the problem pretty quickly. But obviously now the confidence in the van is pretty shattered at this point. But what can you do? Shit happens, I suppose. Anyway, see you in the next one.